So what most people don't understand is that the ultimate millionaire morning routine has actually almost nothing to do with the morning. It has a lot less to do with that than it does to do with the evening before, what you do, what time you get to sleep, and how high quality your sleep is so that you can take action on the things you need to do the next morning. My name is Gavin McHale, and I have coached hundreds of entrepreneurs, many of them millionaires. And this is the exact routine that I teach every single one of them within our first 3 calls. Let's dive in. First of all, before we talk about the morning routine, let's talk about optimizing your sleep. So, first question you need to ask yourself is, what time do you wake up? What time do you wake up? And what time does the rest of the household wake up? Or if you don't have a family yet or you're single, what is the first time that you're needed in the day? Do you have a meeting? Do you have a personal training appointment or something like that? So what time do you wake up and what is the first time you're needed during the day? Oftentimes, if we have kids, it's when the kids get up and the kids need breakfast and all that stuff. Now, if there isn't a good hour between those two, you're likely missing out on the best time to get the most work done, which is first thing in the morning. Okay. So what time do you wake up? Ideally, if you're needed at 7, you wake up at 5:30 or 6 so that you can get some work done before the rest of the family needs you. Okay. If you do work a very, very early morning job, we can work around this. We can, or if you are training for a show or bodybuilding show or something like that, and you need to work out first thing, totally understand. We can bump this a little bit. But for most people, the first hour of the day is best utilized by working on your business. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. So, what time do you wake up, or what time do you need to wake up? And then, how much sleep do you need? So, I know that I need 8 hours of sleep. My wake up time is 6 a.m., which means my sleep time, the lights need to be out by 10. Okay. So, as my mentor and friend Craig Ballantyne says, going to bed on time is the most underrated productivity hack. So, the best way that I have found to get to bed on time is to set what we call a reverse alarm. Generally, I set it 60 minutes before my bedtime. So, I set it at 9 p.m. when I need to get back on track. And that signifies to me that it's time to start winding down. It's time to start getting ready for bed. And so 9 p.m., finish up the last episode if we're watching a show, start getting ready for bed. By the time 9:30 rolls around, I'm probably in bed and reading, and my lights out by 10 p.m. That's going to allow me to get up at 6 a.m. and be energized, not feel like crap and want to hit the snooze. And if we do things right, like I'm about to show you, you're going to know exactly what you need to do first thing. And then I'm not needed usually until about 7:30, and I don't have calls starting till 9. So that is how I plan out my time and my sleep. Now, when we're looking at what are we going to do, this also comes in the night before. You should be planning, particularly the first work block of your day, the night before. Okay. And this is what we call a head start session. So at the end of your workday, ideally, if you want to bump it later, you can do this before bed and things like that. But I like to make sure that I'm not thinking about work before bed. At the end of your workday, to provide an energetic transition for you from work to home, I like to do what's called a head start session. There's three steps to the head start session. Step 1, a brain dump. This is a poor man's to-do list. Write everything down. Step 2 is priority planning. So what are the top 3 things that need to get done tomorrow? This could include, buying diapers and walking the dog. That's totally fine if that's important to get done. But one of those things should be what goes into your morning work block. And we're going to talk about what types of things should go in there in a moment. So one of these things should be your top priority for the day. That if you get this priority, if you complete this priority, if you complete this action step, the rest of your day will be a success because you've worked on your business, you've moved the needle forward. Okay. So brain dump, priority planning. What are the top 3 priorities and what's the one priority that needs to get done first thing? And then what we call process planning. This is the final step of this process, which is how do I take that number 1 priority and make it easier? This is simple. Making sure documents are open on the computer and you're not opening up your Gmail account first thing in the morning. taking the time to do a few bullet points, just simple bullet points about what you want to work on, right? If you're creating some course materials or you're creating some content, just throw a few bullet points down about what you want to do. Maybe if you're creating a system for someone on your team, what are some bullet points and some thoughts that you have? Because now your subconscious brain can start working on this behind the scenes while you're sleeping, while you're hanging out with your family, right? And then first thing you open up that laptop, it's already right there. It's ready to go. You just start working on it. Okay. So head start session at the end of your workday should take about 15 minutes. Getting to bed on time with a reverse alarm, making sure you get to bed on time, making sure you wake up on time. Now, what do we put in that work block? Well, there is a difference between on your business tasks and in your business tasks. So on your business tasks are those things that move the needle forward. These are what we would call make money later tasks. Whereas in your business tasks are making money now. I like to put sales calls in there as an in your business task, creating programs, delivering the product to the clients, talking to clients. Those are in your business tasks. On your business tasks generally fall into marketing and lead generation, right? Which includes content creation and all that stuff. And then systems, creating frameworks, creating systems, creating SOPs for other people to take over jobs for you. There may be some other things in there if you really do this work on your own, but generally that's where things fall into. So when you're doing your priority planning, making sure that that top priority falls into one of the buckets that is an on your business task. Okay, that's incredibly important. So you need to write out what are the main buckets that move my business forward right now. If you're not making 10, 20K a month, it should all be marketing and lead generation. And you should be figuring out, okay, what content do I need to create? Who do I need to reach out to? Where are my warmest reach outs? Where are some people that I can partner with to maybe get some webinars and things like that, right? And if your business is starting to grow, then we start to create systems. You should be creating onboarding systems for your clients. You should be creating delivery systems, templates, things like that, so you don't have to do things over and over again, right? Now, what we have is a system created so that you plan what you're going to do the night before. You get to bed on time to make sure you get enough sleep, to make sure you don't hit snooze. You wake up and you have a good hour at least block before anybody else needs you to work on your business and move the needle forward. So by the time you check an email, because you shouldn't be checking emails before you've done this, because energetically, if you're checking emails and checking texts and responding to people before you work on your own business, you're energetically saying that those people and what they need from you is more important than what you need from you and what your business needs from you. So make sure this is your first priority. This is the thing you get to first. By the time you check your emails, after that work block, by the time you eat breakfast, you've already accomplished a massive priority for the day and likely accomplished more than most people accomplish in their entire workday. So use this hack, these set of hacks, to get more done before anybody else is awake. And I promise you, you do this for 2 weeks, you're going to see your productivity skyrocket and likely your business. I hope this has been helpful. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to this channel, and check out some other videos. We'll talk to you soon.